Good evening and welcome to the 59th Annual Academy Awards show. My name is Chevy Chase, and I must say I feel privileged to be your host this evening. Actually, I'm one of your co-hosts. Well, that's not true. I'm really a replacement. I'm sorry to have to tell you that Jim and Tammy Baker couldn't make it tonight. Apparently, she's taking some kind of a trip, and he had to be part of some major affair, so... You know, I was up in my prayer tower this morning, and a funny thing happened. I was talking with you-know-who, and he said to tell you that I have to raise $15,000 before the show's over. Or he's going to call me home. I said, what do you mean call me home? What if I'm not there? Should I leave my machine on? Anyway, I've told you, so I've done my part. And you've got to the end of the show to do your part, and that's more than enough time. It's only 15 grand and you're all rich. It's not as if it was 1.3 million and you were all poor. I want to thank Paul Hogan for flying all the way from down under to be here in Hollywood, where when we say throw another shrimp on the Barbie, it means we're getting rid of our agents. Paul, I'm looking forward to the sequel, Kangaroo Dundee. And I also want to give special thanks to Shirley MacLaine. I'm not a kook, but I do believe in reincarnation. In fact, I used to be Shirley, and it was exhausting. It's a lot of yucks, very tiring. So this is kind of like deja vu for me. This year saw a tremendous change in Hollywood. Big corporations moved in and bought the networks and the movie studios. One giant firm now manufactures both television shows and garbage disposals, and sometimes gets the two confused. Columbia Studios was bought by Coca-Cola. They got rid of 14 executives and a 7-Up machine. I've noticed that Disney Studios has started to make a few risque pictures. I took my kids to the movie the other day, and I saw Mickey Mouse wearing a raincoat. Mickey Mouse. And the salaries of the stars are startling now. Golan and Golbus of Canon Films paid Sylvester Stallone $12 million for his last picture. And they were under the impression that the money for the Contras was being diverted to them. The pictures nominated this year are truly wonderful, very 80s. The Mission, the story of the liberation of the Guarani Indian tribe in the jungles of South America, mapped out at a corner table at the Polo Lounge at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Platoon, a recruiting film for conscientious objectors. I turned that one down. I was up for it. Children of a Lesser God, how to make love in a swimming pool without waking the neighbors. And Hannah and Her Sisters, in which Woody Allen plays a hypochondriac and Michael Caine plays with the sisters. And of course, A Room with a View. It was a special picture made with a small budget that has become a tremendous hit. It's about a rooming house in Italy where the producer lives in a small room, happily looking down at the grosses of Howard the Duck. Turn that one down, too. So Paul and Shirley and all of you out there, welcome to Monday Night Live, when the most important secrets in Hollywood are contained in briefcases held by two men whose complete silence can be depended upon, Poindexter and North. Now, I especially want to welcome the nominees tonight. A lot has been said about the length of the show, particularly the acceptance speeches. We're asking you to keep your speeches under 1 minute because we're on ABC, and if they wanted long, rambling speeches, they'd rerun America. This year, we've instituted a kind of an early warning system. Rather than a host, I'm going to kind of be a ringmaster out here. I want to keep the show rolling. So if we feel you're getting a little long, you'll hear a warning sound like so. 10 seconds after that, there'll be another warning. Excuse me. And in the extreme cases, you will hear that.